And now, Wrestling with Regret presents the holiday classic, The Night Before Christmas, as read by Jim Cornette.
You know, it was the night before Christmas, and all through the castle, things were all set with nary a hassle. The fire was ablaze, the stockings on their perch, while my office was filled with signed JC merch. Queen Stacy and Harley Quinn were asleep in their beds, while I was downstairs, Sprite Zero in my head. I was just sitting down to write a new blog when I heard a loud noise that rattled my nog. This clamor made me jump out and yell, "What the fuck?" I ran to the window and looked out at the muck. The snow fell hard, so tricky to see, and I squinted and strained to find what it could be. As my pupils grew wide to peer into the dark, I saw that my yard was packed with smart marks. A ring had appeared from out of nowhere, full of comedy goofs using Legos and chairs. But that wasn't the worst of this biz-killing shit, as Russo and Dunn were there running it. Old Bucky Beaver Teeth and Buggy Whip Arms were working in tandem to do my sport harm. This Yuletide disaster, it gave me the shakes, a blight that my triple-loving heart could not take. I grabbed my shofar and sounded the call to summon the old guard of wrestling, one and all. Now Dylan, now Dusty, now Jarrett and Watts, now Harley, now Mantell, now Lawler and Ross. We cannot allow them to make good their plot. Now get on out here and let's hit the hope spot. As if they were conjured from out of thin air, my allies emerged and gazed a steely glare. So out to the yard and the ring we flew to teach those young bucks a thing or two. But before we could start, I heard a loud clang, followed by those classic haunting words, bang bang! From high off the roof, covered in barbed wire, jumped old St. McFoley, 2x4 on fire. He landed on a jobber, some bones broke you can bet, and when Mick got up, he was covered in sweat. He opened his sack full of weapons in pain. It may have been snowing, but Cactus made it rain. His eyes had a gleam so murderous and vile, and his big toothless grin was full of spit and bile. Then he slung back old Barbie and adjusted his suit, and he led our charge against those comedy fruits. The ghost of the dream threw elbows aplenty, while JR swung his hat and thumped about 20. As Dutch clenched his fist and knocked out a phony, the Iron Sheik tweeted, "That punk's a jabroni." One guy was hit by Jerry's Jarrett and King so hard that he shat himself in the ring. We took down the fakers each and every one, until finally it was down to just Russo and Dunn. I pulled out my racket and stepped up to the plate to tee off on those uncreative repro baits. Dunn's teeth went flying, jaw crooked and bent, and I hit Russo so hard he lost his accent. The smarks who were watching had seen enough, and they ran off to tend to their childish stuff. But they heard me exclaim as away they did fly, "Merry Christmas to all! Now thank you, fuck you, bye!"